Okay, somebody asked a question about validating the length of time on dates when you are submitting a form. So one of the things that you can't do in Fresh, which is a little bit frustrating, is you can't perform a calculation on this submission screen that says, hey, if this date is greater than, less than, more than a certain amount, then give the user an error at the point that they submit. So the question was around, hey, can I prevent the user from submitting the form if the loan from to the loan to date is greater than a year? And you just can't do that at this point. But what you can do is what I'm going to show you today. So we've set up an example here that we want to borrow the AV station. And I'm saying I want to borrow it from the 10th of December 2024 to the 18th of December 2025, which is obviously much longer than a year. My workflow is going to do is it's going to allow me to submit this request, but the workflow is going to go and check and validate whether or not that date is longer than a year, so greater than 365, and then email me back as the requester and say, hey, love that you want to borrow the AV station. However, you can't have it for more than a year. So I'm going to take you through this, show you how it looks when you're using it, and then I'm going to walk through the steps of setting this up. So there's my service request, my loan from, my loan to, and where am I asking for it? Now you'll see, obviously I've submitted that. I'm the agent, it's taking me straight around the back, and my workflows have picked that up, and it's immediately said, hey, thanks Roxanne, because I'm the one that submitted it. Your request to loan AV trolley. Unfortunately, we cannot loan this for you for more than a year. Can you please let us know when you need the device? So that email's gone to the requester directly. And if I pull my emails up real quick, you'll probably see, and there's the email that went to me. So I've had it add a note so the agent knows what's happening, and I've had it send me an email as a requester. And I can now email them back and say, hey, sorry, I just need it for the week. I don't need it for a year. Thanks very much. We can adjust it. So in the background, what does that look like? So obviously we start with the service item. And in this case, it was our AV trolley. So we've set up our AV trolley item. We've added a loan from and a loan to date and a loan location. I've kept it super simple just to make this example. We've just dragged these date and time fields on here, given them a name, dragged my locations on, job done. What we've then done with the workflow, again, this is my demo environment. When I'm doing these for clients, what we tend to do is try and group workflows together, have very common workflows that have a lot of variables in. But just for the purposes of showing you how we would do this mechanism around counting the days, I'm going to show you now. So, what did I call it? That would be good to know, wouldn't it? It's probably on the bottom. Start date checking. There we go. So in our workflow, we've said service request is raised, or the requested item added is our AV trolley. We're checking that our service request is indeed to do with our AV trolley in this case. We're then calculating difference in days. So we're using the function diff in days, and we're saying from the loan date from to the loan date to, and that's going to give me the output of a number. And then I'm going to say, is that number greater than or equal to 365? Because there are 365 days in most years. If it is, then I'm going to send that email to the requester that we just saw, add a note, and I'm going to assign it to my service desk team. I'm going to switch that to private. I will do later. If it's not more than a year, then I'm just going to assign it to my service desk team. Job done. So that's how I would get around that limitation around not being able to do that date calculation in the JavaScript of the page, which is unfortunate, but that's the way around that you do it. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or queries, or different ways of you can think of doing it, then leave me a comment below. So speak to you again soon. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest features and tutorials. If you or your organization need help with Freshservice, check out our consulting, implementation, training and support services at our website. Zest.co.uk. Zest, a fresh perspective.